Howdy, Torontonian, Raptonian, Fansonians. How you doing there from Texas? Let me get that garbage out of here. Did you see the Toronto Raptors game tonight? The oh, down by 19 at halftime. And they come back 123 to 116. I think they said it was the Raptors tied for our biggest comeback of all time against Detroit. I guess was the other time we've been down at 19 at the half. We were down 22 at one point in this game, and somehow Scottie Barnes, who I said in the last video is emerging as a true number one, he took over this game. He ended up with 30 because, silly enough, at the end, I don't know why they fouled him. He was trying to do the gentleman's thing there and just hold the ball, till the clock ran out, and they were just so pissed they had to hack him one more time and let him put, of course, both of his clutch free throws, even though I don't know technically if they're clutch. We've already got the game in hand because there's no way they were going to score 6 points in, whatever it was, 1.7 seconds left in the game. But wow, this did not start out pretty. Anybody that was watching this game, I even missed the first 2 minutes because I knew the game was early, but anyway, just lost track of the time. Switching our clocks back, there's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? I got the in-laws have left the building, which we are sad. We miss them, but it's freeing up some of my personal time so I can sit and watch these games and get on the video and talk about it afterwards, because I'm sure you guys are scouring the internet. You're hyped as I am. You're saying, oh my gosh, I felt like the worst Raptor fan at the beginning of this game. I was sitting there thinking, why do I even do a video for these guys? They stink. They were horrible. Pascal Siakam tripping in the paint and falling down and losing the ball. Malachi Flynn throwing bricks up. There was nothing working in the first half. We know we were down by 19 at halftime, but Wembanyama is like just doing whatever he wanted out there. He's hitting threes. He's blocking OG. Oh my God! Talk about OG. Oh my! OG got stuffed, and Wembanyama didn't even jump off the ground. It was sad. It was depressing. It was feeling like this could be the worst Raptor season of all time if they're going to play this way. I didn't understand it. Grady Dick, like, what the heck, man? Grady, you got to start hitting some threes, bro. Like, I am a supporter of you. I was kind of thrilled when we drafted you, thinking, guys going all in with the there's no place like home, pattern suit modeling after the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy slippers, because he's from Kansas. I was in. Always nice to get another white guy on the team. I don't know why, but hey, we seem to be lacking in that department now that we've lost Fred VanVleet. Getting some shooting, obviously the most important thing. But man, Grady, you've been sucking the big one. Let me just check Grady before I start yapping here. Grady. Oh my God, I don't know why I keep switching who I use for the box score, because now I'm on. Yeah, 0 for 2. 0 for 2. Grady Dick. No points. Gary Trent Jr. starting to come around. We still need to slip this guy into the starting lineup, as I've said before, and have him be the first one to come off. But he's starting to find his way. He had 10. Malachi Flynn actually had 6. 1 of 3 from the floor. 1 of 2 from 3. But both that must have come in the last part of the game. But yeah, really the story is Scottie Barnes and a little bit of OG, actually. OG going crazy from 3. 7 of 13 from 3-point. I mean, that is fantastic. Scottie Barnes, though, 5 of 10, like shooting 50%. They said there's only 2 players in the NBA that have averaging, I'm going to get this a little bit wrong, but pretty much I think they said averaging 20 points, 8 rebounds, maybe 10 rebounds, at least 5 assists and 3 blocks. And it was my nemesis in Philadelphia, Mr. Joel Embiid, and Scottie Barnes. I mean, man, this guy's putting up like, we're talking about the MVP of the league last year, and Scottie Barnes. This man is stepping it up. And that 3 that he hit to tie the game, there was like, a minute, whatever left in the game. after they blew the call. Anyway, I know I'm all over the place, but man, there was such an emotional roller coaster in this game because it started out so depressing. At halftime, I went and grabbed a load of laundry so that I could fold some laundry and feel like I at least accomplished something today. You know what I mean? It was that sad. I was folding my wife's underwear. You know what I'm saying? The humongous, gigantic panties. Just folding and folding and folding and crying. I actually used one of her pairs of underwear to wipe away my tears because the game was so sad at that point. But man, they just turned it around. And Darko, I don't know if this guy knows what he's doing because there was a lot of did not play. Coach's decision, like Boucher was out. No Thad Young. Sorry, I say a lot. I forget we got a couple of people injured. Precious. I was thinking there was no Precious, but I forgot he's still sort of sidelined. But yeah, Otto Porter getting tons of minutes, 19 minutes. Gary Trent with the most off the bench, which is pretty good. He actually had the same amount as Jakob Poeltl. But Poeltl, that was the other weird thing. In the first half, the only person that was trying was Jakob Poeltl. I mean, obviously, he had a little bit of they commemorated him or whatever for his years at San Antonio, which is what a sissy league this is turning into. Like, what are we all just kissing everyone's butt? The guy got traded. You traded him away. Don't give him a whole video of how much you missed the guy. If you missed him so much, you could have kept him. But anyway, he was the only one trying at the first half, and thank goodness we were able to dish it to him because man, there were just shots being missed all over the place. Pascal, my man Pascal, who I'm still going to defend here, although when he tripped in the paint going downhill, that was very depressing. That was probably the low point of the game. But I didn't finish my thought. But when they called him for the foul against, I don't know who their guy was. It was Jones, I think, that was going for the ball in the corner. That was not a foul. Two guys going for a loose ball. Now, I'm not 100% sure that Pascal didn't touch it last because they kept focusing more on the feet and where he was at and whether or not he fouled him. But I swear it looked like even Jones touched it last. There should have been a Raptor ball and a turnover. And yet the ref that called it was being run into and falling back into the first row of the seats. And it was a woman ref who I'm only pointing out it was a woman ref because she's mega shorter already as it is. And the angle that she was at, if you go look at the replay, when she called it, she's already shorter and she was falling down like she was only maybe 3 feet off the ground. And she's calling that Pascal fouled him. Come on, man. That was pure Homer BS. Them trying to get Wemby another win back to back. So, yeah, let me just check some Wembanyama stats and then we'll wrap up what was going on with the Raptors in the fourth quarter. Wembanyama, 7 of 16. I mean, this guy's pretty solid. 4 or 5 for his free throws, but only 2 of 7 from 3. And thank goodness, because part of the reason the Raptors were able to hang on to this game in overtime was they went to him at least once, but I think there was a couple where, they tried to dish it to Wemby. Maybe the other one was just at the end of the regulation time, but I think, and even there, him missing a couple. And but wow, what a recovery on the one play. It was so great. He kind of decided to not go up, but then got the ball and tossed it over to the corner. I mean, how did that guy hit the three with no time on the shot clock? And so some pressure plays by San Antonio, but man, the Raptors, we pulled it out ultimately. And so I was going through Siakam, 8 points, 3 turnovers, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, though. I mean, Pascal solid. He hit a very critical 3-pointer. Let me see, what was he? He was only 1 for 4 from 3, but man, the 3 that he hit was unbelievable. The timing, we needed that one badly to push it into overtime. And Scottie Barnes just going bananas, 42 minutes. He's got 30 points. 3 turnovers, 3 blocks, 3 steals, 6 assists, 11 rebounds. Like, he was grabbing rebounds. Like, he wanted this comeback. He pushed. They were saying that Malachi and Gary kind of triggered the comeback, which is sure, they gave a bunch of energy in the towards the middle, sort of end of the third quarter. But Scottie Barnes is the one that brought this one home. He just went savage, grabbing every rebound that he could. Jakob Poeltl, solid game, 8 of 10. from the floor. Missed both of his free throws, though, unfortunately. But, 16 from him, solid. And like I said, they were just dumping buckets to him, and he was getting a whole bunch of cleanup stuff. Oh, but the play of the game, OG Anunoby. No time left. Schroeder, I think, throws up a three. Like, I don't know. This is where Darko, that's where I was going earlier. Darko, I know I'm all over the place. Like I said, it's emotional, man. It's emotional. This was a crazy game. Sitting watching the entire thing with, oh my God, like it was hard to take. Everybody that was watching the game at the beginning of the game with me left the room because I'm sure it was too much to sit there and listen to me yapping and complaining about the reffing and about the coaching and about the what was going on the court. But towards the end of the game, he's got Otto Porter out there. Otto Porter is like afraid to put it up. Like he does, he's so Jekyll and Hyde. He hit that 1-3 where he was like off balance. The pass comes over and it's actually deflected. And somehow Otto Porter gets the deflected pass and he's on a weird angle and somehow throws that up and hits the three. And then 2-3 plays later, they're giving him open looks and he's just faking. He's not even putting it up. And then he threw up an air ball. Then they got it back. The play of the game was time is running out. You could tell they're trying to give it to Scottie. He's already been on fire. He's going crazy in this game. He's got a ridiculous amount of points in the fourth quarter, like I don't know, 16 or something. 20 in the second half. And they give it to him. He can't do it. He has to dish it to Schroeder. Schroeder throws up a three and misses. And we're going for the win at this point. We're down by 2. There's no time on the clock. OG Anunoby pops in there out of nowhere, grabs the rebound, and just plops it in to tie it. That was the play of the game. OG had a career high, what was it, 7? Yeah, 7 3-pointers. Crazy. That's what I like to see. OG wants to get more in this game. If we're shifting to a Scottie Barnes, OG Anunoby, maybe I don't want to get rid of Pascal Siakam, but looking at the lineup here, somebody would take Siakam and we could get serviceable people for him. Maybe the path is going. He's not the guy there. Because Schroeder, too. Let me just end with giving Schroeder some props. I sort of have been taking him for granted. I still think he should come off the bench, as I've said 100 times, because I think that Gary Trent Jr. is mental and could give us, Gary was 4 of 8, 2 of 4 from 3. Not bad from 3 to be 50%, but 4 of 8 from the floor. 50% I know is not horrible, but that's not Gary Trent, man. He is a bucket getter, a bucket maker, as we hear Matt Devlin say all the time. So, Schroeder, I think he should be coming off the bench. But how much better is Schroeder in the clutch than Fred VanVleet? Now, I don't know what the heck the Houston Rockets record is at. It wasn't that great the last time I checked. And I don't know how well Mr. Freddie VanVleet is doing. I'm glad he got paid, but I'm telling you, he's being overpaid because, on our team, he would have bricked up this game and we would have ended up losing by 3. And so I will just say, Raptors, could we get out a little bit more energy in the first quarter and the second quarter? Let's not turn into last year's Raptors where games were being decided by 3 points in the last, 2 minutes back and forth. I mean, it's too stressful. We could have taken command of this game the way we came back. If we had put any kind of effort in the first half, we would have been, leading by a lot. But Dennis Schroeder, 10 of 19, only 1 of 8 from 3. Like, maybe you better chill out a little bit more on the threes, especially when you're going to throw air balls. Like, I could go out there and throw air balls from 3. You know what I'm saying? All day long. I could do that from my living room. I could throw an air ball. But 24 points, only 2 turnovers, 6 assists, only 3 rebounds, but he's not out there rebounding. He's taller than VanVleet, but not much. He's no giant out there. He's no Wembanyama, that's for sure. And so, anyway, yeah, great game, Raptors. Oh my gosh, let's keep it up. Let's keep it going. If you've managed to, oh yeah, by the way, shout out to my boy, my son, literally my boy, my son's clothing company, Brand Name Bars, website, I don't know, brandnamebars.com, I think. I'll get that for next time, but yeah, check out the gear. There's a quote on the back, some song lyrics on the back, and follow them on Instagram. Mr. Beast for President. Check out the Raptors in black and white. They'll be coming next week. And that's all I could say. Let's go Raptors. Let's go Raptors. Let's go Raptors. Peace.